Alright, hi guys, we're back, and we're gonna check out Neon. But first I wanted to go over here and
see that shroud covering Neon?
just make sure.
You're looking at the only city in the settled systems that powers itself from lightning.
Don't need you. So we gotta talk to Walter over here.
Nah, smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of castle gas.
Okay, just to let you guys know, I have a delivery coming soon, so I might be interrupted here for a little while. Should only be a couple minutes, but just enough time to get the stuff in my apartment, so...
We need to stop by the Stroud-Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Alright, let's go, Walter.
What was the plan, Misha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, so honest mistake, right?
Can't we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayou's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it. Let's go. Catherine Luzion keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder, yeah, right. Hysterical old broad.
Alright, that's
just
So
now, do I have stuff to sell? I don't know. I do have stuff to sell, I think. I'm gonna worry about that later. Alright, yeah. So, let's start with, Ranger Price.
Interesting. This district certainly provides evidence that Ryujin's influence has spread from their tower and out into the city.
Yep.
While we're here, you might want to stay away from the edge of the upper platform. It's a long way down.
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you? The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here. But this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. You can count on my help if you play by the rules. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace and make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
Law enforcement isn't exactly welcome in Neon, but that shouldn't deter you from your duty.
That would be Benjamin Bayou. He's out to squeeze every credit he can from the people of this city. He doesn't much care who gets hurt in the process. He's also got a seat on the Council of Governors, which proves that if you've got enough credits, you can buy anything you want. Good.
I can't believe this. You're shirking your responsibility based on what this fool thinks. You have a lot to learn about duty and honor.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. Of course, Neon's full of desperate people who have nowhere else to turn. For some, it's the drugs. For others, it's gambling. There are a lot of ways to lose everything in this city. My rule is simple. If someone brought it on themselves, I don't get involved. Rangers are supposed to exercise good judgment. I'm one person here. I can't help everybody. The best I can do is try to protect the ones who are innocent. And believe me, it's a full-time job. Stay out of people's business until you can. Be willing to let the small stuff slide. Don't break up a fight unless it's getting out of hand. Most of all, don't assume that badge will protect you. Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her. Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction. Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other Rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well. Come on.
Alright, we're gonna follow him.
Things for you.
Where'd he go? Oh.
That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. I learned quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool having some random stranger step in and do the job he could. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. Hostages or not. There are two things you don't do in here. One, you don't mess with Bayou's money, and two, you don't take Aurora off-road. But you understand. That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, you'll fit right in.
Alright, let's see here.
Hey, Billy, you got a second?
What? Oh, shoot. Gave me a good scare. I thought you were one of Higgy's people.
Check. Far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? Huh. A stolen Tech ship, huh? Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. Know what I mean?
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that he's asking for something in return.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. I can help you. But right now, my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
Well, that's terrible. You shouldn't be responsible for your brother's debts.
Yeah? Well, tell that to Goodman, because he doesn't seem to care. He just wants his money. From where I'm standing, seems like our problems are intertwined like a couple of fuel lines in a thruster assembly.
Alright, let's see. Let's try this.
I do understand. I'm trying to figure out a way to help you, okay? I really hope so. I hear you. Okay. Try it, right? The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit. And she's been throwing money around, so must have paid well.
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll back you up.
Well, what about me? You just gonna leave me twisting in the wind here?
If I were you, I'd get the hell out of Neon and start over somewhere else.
Okay, so that went pretty easily. Alright. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go?
Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got abandoned us. We had a good laugh.
We're here. You better stay off the Aurora. You don't want that drug scrambling your brains.
Oh, great. A Freestar Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something? Well, I'm sure your mom is real proud. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just get on with it. Wow. Good for you. If that was supposed to impress me, it didn't. I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you expect me to answer them. That sound about right? All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little fun. I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. End of story. Nothing I did put anyone in danger, okay? Look, they didn't tell me what they were gonna do. How was I supposed to know they were gonna go after some farmer?
You should have asked when you took the contract. If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't. It's not that simple. Hard to argue with that. I can see that. All right, fine. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since. No, but it sounded serious. She was upset. Seemed kind of shaken, you know? Didn't seem right I should pry, so I didn't. Only some kind of offhanded comment about their client wanting to expand the operation ahead of schedule. In my line of work, you learn not to ask a lot of questions. It tends to make people uncomfortable. You serious? Take your pick. Money, reputation, the thrill of it. All good reasons. Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the First, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here, take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know?
Alright, let's see.
No. Nothing at all. Left me feeling a little disappointed, given how well they paid me. Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the First must take a lot of money. Sure, he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed, and that was it. Works for me.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone can crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go. Hey, you don't need to tell me twice.
Okay, so
Hey there.
what do we want to do next? Don't want to go to Akiwa City. We could do this. I have honestly never done the Ryujin faction quest line, so that might be kind of
Talk
fun.
to Ranger Shadid at the Rock.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get here. Hey, it's your ass, not mine on the line. Whole area's gone to hell. Us crate rats used to think the Ebbside strikers were awful, with all the muggings and shakedowns, but now that they're on the ropes, kinda wish they weren't just holed up in Madame Sauvage's. Streets are getting bad. Real bad. Sure. So, for being so helpful, chance for a donation. Come on, might be saving my life. What with the disciples and all. Have a heart. Hey, thanks. Look, I mean it. Go back to the plaza. Ain't nothing but shit and misery.
Okay. Oh, that's right. There was something from the hotel. That woman that I had at Hopetown, that I met at Hopetown, said something about being in Loweye Hotel. So we might want to check that out. If I can find the hotel, I don't know where it is. Mining. Loweye Hotel, here we go.
Well, with all signs pointing to the Astral Lounge, I suppose we should pay it a visit, purely for exploratory purposes.
Welcome to the Hotel Volai. Are you here to rent a room?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that our luxury accommodations are more than reasonably priced. We have finally appointed spacious suites, all featuring fantastic amenities. Best of all, each room is security protected with an encrypted password-locked door, so you can rest easy at night. Nope, no catch. My hotel is completely free from administrative influence, so you can rest assured that you'll be actually getting the best value for your credits. Well, almost every business in Neon is subject to ridiculous fees and taxes. They claim that it's because Neon occupies such a prime location, having close proximity to Ryujin and all of the other megacorporations. But I think you and I both know that's not true at all. No miracle, just some good old-fashioned ingenuity. But that's a story for another time.
So, can I book you a room for the night?
Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights, I might let you in on my secret. For now, it'll just have to remain a mystery. Sorry. I just need some time to see if I can trust you. I'm sure you understand. To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayu and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street. As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks. I have one all set and ready to go. How long are you planning on staying? That's great. I know you'll enjoy your stay here.
Alright, let's see. Cause that, I feel like...
There are a ton of distractions in Neon, so I expect you to be on your best behavior here.
Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, what are we looking for? We are looking for something regarding that woman with the ship. I don't know what we're looking for. There's no way to hack the door, so... Well, that was probably a bust then, I guess.
Something you might be interested in.
Are you here? Welcome to the Hotel Volai.
Maybe after you've rented a room. Sorry. You mean the stuff Bayou leaves out of the brochures? Don't mind at all. Neon has 4 main districts. The ones where Bayou wants you to spend your credits are Bayou Plaza and Ikuchi Market. Those are the glitzy parts of town. Bayou Plaza is the section outside my doors from the trade tower to the spaceport. Ikuchi Market runs from the Starport terminal to Ryujin Tower. Not quite as glamorous as the plaza, but still expensive. Then there's Upside, running the perimeter of the upper platform. Probably not the best spot for tourists. Finally, you have the Underbelly, the working class's domain under our feet. Not much down there, but industry and a few random shops.
Alright, let's see.
Most of the Underbelly is taken up by Xenofresh and Generdyne's facilities, but there are a few hidden gems you might want to check out. Actually, I'd recommend checking out Off-World Eats. Cosmos and Lee run that place. They're a couple of great guys. No, I don't think so. Ebside's filled with a few decent clubs, like Madame Salvage's place and Euphorica. You should check them out. Just watch your back. It's gang territory, which means Neon security tends to ignore what goes on in there. Oh, you noticed that little thing? Yeah, that's Bayou's crown jewel. First of all, you have the Astral Lounge, flowing with Aurora, attracting every tourist within light years of Volai. Then you have exorbitantly priced offices for every megacorp, besides Ryujin, with Xenofresh Fisheries square at the top. And like the cherry at the top of his ego sundae, Bayou's got his private penthouse. I don't even want to think about what goes on up there. Sounds good. Let me know if you need anything else. Remember, we always have plenty of amazing rooms.
So go out, have your fun.
Alright, let's see. What are we doing?
Be here
Right.
when you're ready. The hotel
Okay. To deliver the best quality life improving technology today before you need it tomorrow. Ryujin Industries has been a leader in technology since its creation. We strive towards advancement and believe there is always room for improvement. Fulfilling customer desires is our #1 goal. Okay. Ryujin Industries was founded by Ray DeCaries and Itoru Sato in 2307. DeCaries had a dream of applying her vast knowledge as a biotech engineer to the improvement of everyday life, and when she met the business-minded Itaru Sati, it was not long until Ryujin Industries was formed. Ryujin first product was based on DeCaries' neurological research and would prove to be a major breakthrough in technology, the Neural Amp. Neural Amp would propel Ryujin to the top of the tech industry and solidify their position as a major contender for years to come. It wasn't long before Ryujin Industries began to look to other major forays into the tech world. In 2310, Tayo Astroneering joined the fold and continues to be a leader in spacecraft engineering and design today. While a growing business, DeCaries and Satos worked with Benjamin Bayou to build the massive Ryujin Tower. The incredible effort would showcase the strong relationship between Ryujin Industries and the city of Neon. Ryujin Industries adding a neon prestige as something more than just a pleasure city, and neon bringing an attractive bonus to work at Ryujin. Over time, Ryujin Industries would also incorporate Arboron, Drone, and Tranquility into their family. These subsidiaries would further strengthen Ryujin as a formidable competitor and expand their reach into different aspects of life. Today, Ryujin continues to be an industry leader with eyes always pointed towards the future. Neural amps. Millions of people benefit from neural amps every day. Neural amps are designed to improve the overall brain function in order to boost your quality of life. They've been used in medical monitoring, neurological healing, and as mental stabilizers to help with sleep, anxiety, and social skills. The first neural amp was created by Rai DeCaries, a biotech engineer who specialized in neurological designs. DeCary was determined to harness the power of the mind to improve aspects of everyday life. While initially only approved for military use, neural amps became a public commodity in 2315 and continue to be Ryujin's primary product. Okay. See the latest news at Ryujin Industries. As a leading technology corporation in the settled systems, we love to keep our customers up to date. Articles written by Ryujin Industries Marketing. Alright. Ryujin Industries and Tile Astroneering celebrate their 20th anniversary this year. Back in 2310, Simon Tile, of the Son of Tile Astroneering founder, signed a deal with Ryujin Industries to become the first official subsidiary. The two companies have since celebrated an incredible innovation in spacecraft engineering. Tile has remained a top competitor in the spacecraft industry ever since. In commemoration of the historic moment... Okay, hang on guys, I gotta answer this call. Alright guys, we're back, and I don't remember where I left off, so I'm just gonna read the whole thing again. Ryujin Industries and Tile Astroneering celebrate their 20th anniversary this year. Back in 2310, Simon Tile, the son of Tile Astroneering's founder, signed a deal with Ryujin Industries to become their first official subsidiary. The two companies have since celebrated incredible innovations in spacecraft engineering. Tile has remained a top competitor in the spacecraft industry ever since. In commemoration of this historic moment, Ryujin threw a massive gala at the Astro Lounge. It was said to be one of Neon's most prestigious events of the year. Several other CEOs were in attendance, including Synthetic Solutions' Bastian Porter and HopeTech's very own Ron Hope. Rai DeCaries herself also made an appearance as one of Ryujin's founders and made a toast alongside Masako Imada and Simon Tile to future success. Alright. Ryujin Industries now hiring. Ryujin Industries has announced that we are once again hiring the best and brightest of the settled systems. As a corporation, we're always taking on new hires. However, public announcement of job opportunities are rarely seen, making this a first in the past 2 years. We hope that many inspiring engineers and opportunists will see this as their chance to join our ever-growing team. Our latest ad campaign for interested candidate can be heard in both New Atlantis and Neon. Our job application is available on any Ryujin information kiosk. Alright, got that. About us, our subsidiaries. Arboron, protecting what matters most. Number 1 in craftsmanship and style, Arboron has soared to the top of innovative weapons manufacturers rather than any of our competitors. We create reliable and durable products so you can feel secure when you need them most. Visit our storefront at Ryujin Tower in Neon City today. Drone. The Hive Essentials. Much like the hard-working honeybee, Drone seeks to organize and improve upon your daily life with our line of household robots. We understand the importance of time, which is why our robots specialize in undertaking those mundane tasks of your household maintenance and everyday chores. Spend your time doing what you want to do, and let Drone do the work. Check out our latest models at our sales in Ryujin Tower. Style among the stars, the best design in spacecraft, period. Tile Astroneering has led the spacecraft industry in design for decades. We are consistently among the most recognized brands with multiple awards each year for luxury, quality, and dependability. Our engineers and designers work hard to bring our customers that feeling of comfort and safety as you travel amongst the stars to reach your destination. Visit our showroom at Ryujin Tower in Neon. Tranquility, relax, revitalize, reflect. Our special blends are made with the finest ingredients chosen for both flavor and aroma. Whether you need peace or energy, we find what you seek at Tranquility. Visit our store and meet the blend master at Ryujin Tower in Neon. Alright. Job application. Welcome to Ryujin Industries job application. All questions must be answered in order for your application to be submitted. How many years of experience do you have working in secretarial position or corporate environment? None. How familiar are you with Ryujin Industries and its product line? Basic knowledge. What is your proficiency with computers in regards to typing and file management? High. What level of education have you completed? Master's Plus. Do you have a history of criminal activity? No. Alright. Thank you for submitting your application. Please report to Imogen Salzo, the operation floor in Ryujin Tower in Neon for your interview. Alright.
Quick piece of advice. We hear the name Benjamin Bayou, and we should duck the other way. Fast.
Okay.
Oh, I can't imagine being forced to spend my days doing menial work in an office like this, instead of exploring the stars on the bridge of a spacecraft.
Alright.
You're more prepared than the last one.
When
Don't
they
tell
ask
me you're
for your greatest
intimidated
strength,
by a
tell
little
them you
office
lack
chair.
Empathy for your clients. That will make you a front runner for a megacorp position.
All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later. So, let's get this over with. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries? I'll be sure to let our marketing team know their phrases are catching on. But I hope that's your sense of humor showing. Not to say we don't have our share of self-important attitudes here. In fact, you'd fit right in where some are concerned. But, moving on. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Something tells me you aren't joking. And I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. You may have zero experience, but leadership skills go far here. How motivated are you to succeed? All in, huh? At least that's an attitude we can work with here. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? Well, you've certainly come to the right place for that. Considering your education, I'm sure you could reasonably find a place in that department. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away.
Alright. I'm a yes man, apparently.
As
And
technicians, we handle threat.
I am doing simple chores like getting beverages for corporate executives, which is, I don't know, kind of lame, I guess. Hopefully this turns into something more exciting. We'll see.
Security's got its eyes on Saburo Akadiko. That guy's trouble with the status quo.
Everything you need for all your daily adventures. Spread your water based and you. Terra Brew. Enjoy your cup.
Hello, and welcome to Terra Brew. Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit that got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk. Getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen just to get replaced by this nobody? Like, who knows? I looked at someone wrong. The coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal. You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead. Hearing that ad should have been the first sign they were gonna get rid of me. I bet Ularu was just waiting for the moment to hire you. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me.
No one's been sent to terminate anyone. Now, why don't you just calm down, before someone accidentally gets hurt?
You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed. I really hope so. Maybe so. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down. let's just say Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay, and when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listened to you. Figured. Promises aren't exactly in the Ryujin spirit. I guess that's my cue to leave. Let's just hope we never see each other again.
Alright, well that was a little more interesting than I thought it would be.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayu. You know, the ferryman that runs Neon? They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course. Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Alright, so...
Enjoy a cup right now.
Want to find a place to stay while we're here? I've heard that the Hotel Voli is top-notch.
We already have a place there. I think it's this way, yeah.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? Good answer, and the one I was hoping for since we learned of the incident before your return. Your handling of the Tomo situation has caught some attention, and we'd like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
Talking through it was the right way to handle the situation. I'm proud of you.
Of course, we believe in risk versus reward here. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far? Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge.
Alright.
Well, it depends on the job, really. If someone can't be persuaded with words, perhaps a more forceful approach is necessary. You're basically removing obstacles from the equation. In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see. Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
waiting for more info. As usual.
Don't cause any trouble.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is. Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often. We'll see. We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
All right.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, Head of Marketing and Public Relations. Me and an entire department at my back. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be? Yeah, that's what they all say. Just know that one screw up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
All right.
So, fetching coffee 1 minute and junior operative the next. Gamden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of Terra Brew coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots for maintenance and security, Tranquility for relaxation, Arboron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from. I get your point, but if anything, take comfort in knowing that you're the one deciding the methods behind your assignments. Not only that, but corporate espionage is the norm. Ryujin just handles it better than most. Competitor operatives have done far worse to accomplish less. Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. Sounds like something my son would say. And no, I don't mean that as a compliment. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. For one, our connections with Bayou automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price. Yes, you have quite the history with the Freestar Rangers yourself, which is why I hope you won't be an issue. Good. Then we should get along just fine.
Okay, now what?
Make it quick. I have a deadline.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job. That doesn't surprise me. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We have reason to believe that our friends at KeltCorp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. My words exactly. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. That's up for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get a job done around here. Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at KeltCorp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
All right. Where do I gotta go?
Imogen and Yuko.
Think for you when you have a moment.
Alright, let's see. Where is this place? Okay. It is in neon, so that's good.
We just moved.
Word is the Borealis, you know, the DJ? Well, she's moping around because she lost something important.
Scram, I'm on duty.
Alright, let's see. KeltCorp. Whoops, wrong one.
Let's, stay away from Ebside. The locals there have things for you.
Welcome to KeltCorp. Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh. I'm afraid I've stepped right into it again. Damn. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to KeltCorp. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst. you're absolutely right. I was very unprofessional. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. If only you knew. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltcor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you.
Don't mention it.
No, you've got it all wrong. Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? That is a rather personal question, and I would prefer we kept things professional, if you don't mind. Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise. When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system, but it's clearly backfired. A poor man. We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills. For now, but let's not mistake my position for what it really is. A test set out by my father. He's set to retire in a few years, and I'm his only next of kin. But I'm guessing he's not sure if I'm ready to take over the company. So he shuttles me out here for two reasons. One, to flash a friendly face for our clients he flies out here as a perk. And two, gets his firebrand of a daughter as far away from him as possible. He's a real piece of work. Niall. Oh, he's the CEO of Keltcorp. The whole blessed thing. If you asked him, he'd claim he started the company with next to nothing and built it into a megacorp in under 30 years. Truth is, he tends to forget the multi-million credit trust he tapped into as a crutch. But that's my father for you. Nice visiting with you.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
I don't know, but I gotta get out of here. It's been non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break at my desk listening to Cody eat with his mouth open. More like one of those months.
Careful not to trip any security. Yeah.
Alright, that was easy enough.
Can't talk. I've got a deadline coming.
Something you might be interested in.
Keep it moving.
I've heard that Benjamin Bayou has a private penthouse at the top of the tower. The view from up there must be breathtaking.
you're wondering what that's
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence. Imogene's a stickler for details.
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report? Not a single setback. Huh. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. So, you've gotten caught in the past. Now's the time to make new habits. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing. One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company.
Ooh, wow. Laredo is a good company. Got good people there. Okay. Well.
The inspection will be similar to an audit. These things are usually pretty thorough. Filing cabinets, desks. I trust you can be smart about it. We want a clean and careful job. Obviously, we don't want any bad press at this point, or we could lose the deal. I don't want to hear any news about bounties or bodies coming out of Aquila City. That's the motivational mentality our executives love to hear. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light on our friends at Laredo. Now, get going.
Okay, so I am not going to actually do this now because I don't want to travel to Aquila. But, that's gonna do it for this one. I'm just gonna get out of here and end the video. But we will continue this later. So,
thanks for you.
Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.